So another story for you regarding mascots. So this involved competition. Okay, I would say out of all of the points raised in mascot, they're all important. When it comes to competition, really, really need to nail this one. We really need to know so much about their alternatives, the relationships with the competition, and really to say, as I always keep saying, is it a winnable opportunity? So Orange had been launched for a couple of years, so kind of a newbie on the block when you compared us against BT, O2, and Vodafone. And so therefore, we really did have, a disadvantage by being that new kid on the block. And we didn't really have the strongest network coverage there was out there. But we had lots of great things, but network coverage wasn't our strength. It wasn't the golden nugget in our armory, so to speak. So I was working on this potential project opportunity with a major bank. And bear in mind, we were kind of only been going for 2 years, even though we're part of a bigger company called Hutchinson Power. We really didn't, apart from the likes of Coca-Cola, we didn't really have any big names to kind of build that trust and that credibility. So it was always something that was in the back of my mind thinking, how can I win this major banking contract when we really don't have many major corporate businesses on our books at this particular point? This is going to be a really, really tough challenge. So as we go through the discussions, I know that we can meet the need. I know I'm speaking to the right people. I've done all the other aspects. I still got this niggle about the fact that they're with BT and, are they going to leave a big stable player like BT to go to a new kid off the block, so to speak? So as we go through these discussions, and I said to them, how long have you been with BT? What's your relationship like? And the relationship were okay. Things that, there could be improvements. So I dug a little bit deeper in that. And then my golden question to them was, when you choose suppliers for this type of contract, what is the kind of common criteria that you have that makes you choose them over others? And they all sat around the table and they said to me, they had a little bit of a giggle and said, you know what, when we think about it, it's a really good question. When we think about it, it's not an official criteria, but when we actually choose a supplier, it tends to be when we're their biggest customer. And I said, oh, out of interest, why is that the case? He said, because we know that we are going to get the best service. We're their biggest customer. We probably will spend the lion's share with them. So therefore, we're just going to get great service. And it's always worked for us. And so I was then able to say to them, well, actually, you would be our biggest customer. You'd be bigger than Coca-Cola, which is a big contract, but you would be our biggest customer. And you're so right. You would ultimately get the best service because you are a VIP client. And we just carried on talking after that point. When I came out of that meeting, I said to myself, do you know what? I'm going to nail this. This is an opportunity I'm going to win. I'm going to win this big banking contract. It's going to be the biggest contract in Orange. And it totally gave me the confidence that I could really put everything into it to win that contract because of the comment that they said and the great question that I asked them. And I was right to ask that question because in my heart, I'd made a big negative assumption that a big corporate player like this bank would not even consider somebody like Orange. So I asked the question because I didn't want to be assumptive and I really wanted to win the contract and I wanted to know where we would stand. And by their answer, I just knew it was winnable. And guess what? I won the contract. And so therefore you can see the importance of drilling down and asking some of these competitor questions because it really, really is golden nugget information for you.